Hey guys, all right, so in today's vlog, we're gonna talk about love. We're gonna talk about love, and we're gonna talk about two sides of love. There's two types of people. There's that type of person that sees love as a weakness, and there's that type of person that yearns for love so badly, and they want someone to come into their life so bad, but it just doesn't happen. So there's some resistance in love. So one person sees love as a weakness, the second person wants love so bad, but there's resistance there. So let's talk about both types. Now, that person that sees love as weakness, what's their psychology like? So what are they actually like manifesting in the process? What is happening to people that see love as a weakness? And here's my perception. So, and this is where, just to give you a background, so I do some coaching, and these clients have come to me. I mean, I only have I guess I have 6 people that I coach now, and I do my coaching through chakras, timelines, meridians. I do healing in timelines, manifestation work. I give them tools for manifesting. I teach them how to do sacred journaling, work with numerology and sacred geometry, because that's how I healed myself. And here's what I've learned. So these people who see love as weakness come from a state of fear. And I'm not just basing this on 6 people, because not all of them see love like that. I'm actually basing it, I talk to a lot of friends, and it's more than that. I've been doing this for a while. So they see love as fear. And usually what's happened is, if you go back a little bit, they've been hurt somewhere, and in their subconscious mind, there has been a power struggle. Usually it's when you're young and it's with your parents. And the power struggle is, I love that person so much and they hurt me. So then what begins to happen is you begin to attract these people in your life that you lose your power to. You do it. You lose your power to, because you may be there at the other person whom you love at their beck and call. You may start to lose yourself in that person. So there becomes this power shift, and just by human nature, what's the other person going to do? If you give them a little, they're going to want more, and they're going to want more, and then they're going to want more. So what happens is, in these relationships, the person that is losing the power becomes weak. So that's why they see love as weakness. And sometimes when you become weak and you become fearful, it's because you feel like you love the other person too much, and that's attachment. That's like the devil card in the tarot deck. When you have negative attachments to somebody, because it definitely ain't positive if there's a power struggle happening and you don't feel heard. Really, how much is that love and how much is it attachment? Do yourself a measurement. Write down on a piece of paper, put a line through the middle of the paper and write down attachments, and then write down love. And everything that I do, because I love tarot. I just love tarot. I love my oracle decks. I just use these as tools for my writing even. So what I'll do usually is, I think of if I'm going to write attachments and this is towards somebody, then I'll be the devil. So the devil card gives me a basis of how, gives me some, how can I say this? It gives me some guidance and some boundaries of how I'm going to perceive, how I perceive this person within the realm of the devil card. You see? So then I'm not just making stuff up and living in my little like we all live in a tunnel of perception. The way my perception is going to be different than your perception. So what these types of cards do, like here's the death card, right? So if I was to have endings with somebody and I was going to journal about it, what I would do is I would write, okay, the death card, and there's an energy to this card. So then I just kind of look at the card and I'll, meditate on it a little bit and just be like, okay, all right, at this point, this person said this to me and I absolutely hated it. It did not resonate, and that's what changed my emotions towards them. And I don't have that same level of respect that I used to have for them. That's an ending. Essentially, that's an ending. And so I do use tarot when I journal, but like I said, I use it as a tool to get out of my own perception. Do you see how I'm not blaming the other person? I'm not adding any emotions. I'm verbally stating within the realm of the energy of the death card why I came to the emotion and feeling like, why don't I have the same level of respect for them? Why don't I care for them as much as I did before? Like, where did that shift happen? And then I'll write it down. So if you write down, so let's go back to the attachments. So write down the attachments that you have to a person, and then write down, like, you can use a lover's card in the deck, and you can write down, or the Ace of Cups, like why you fell in love with this person. Ace of Cups, that's love, it's new beginnings. Think back, what happened? Like, what did the person do? You'll remember the way they acted or what they said. Maybe they were funny. Maybe when you guys get together, you just laugh a lot, or their honesty and their raw. So you can write those two down. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna give you your power back. So you're not gonna feel like love is a weakness. Love is not a weakness. Love is sacred. Love is special. Love is so important. It makes the world run without wars, without chaos. Let's not talk about our current governments. But that's what meditation also does. So love is key. And if you look at love as weakness, it also may mean that you need more love for self. You're so used to giving, doing, that sacred love that is meant for your soul, which resides in your heart chakra. And also, there's a chakra right in the back here between your shoulder blades. Your soul resides there too. So what it means is you just haven't given your soul the love that it needs. Figuring out that is a different vlog, but yeah, so that's what I wanted to say, that people that see love as weakness usually give their power away in relationships very quickly and then feel depleted. And the experiences, they see them as negative, and you need to change that timeline. Timelines that are squiggly. They're not straight. Love timelines, like beautiful timelines, what's been revealed to me, if you have a healthy timeline with the word love, let's say, your timeline is going to look like the rings of a tree. It's going to be like so beautiful. That's sacred geometry. And that's what I work with, and I love it so much because that's how I fell in love with myself again, was using this sacred geometry and journaling and timeline work, and it's just bit chakras, meridians. It's been amazing. Okay, so now the other thing, I'm going to be really quick, just a minute on this, is if you are just yearning for love, like why isn't that love coming? What's the resistance? And again, if you go back into your timelines, into your own timelines from this life under the age of 7, you're gonna find that there was somewhere where you realize that this person that you love may have been a mom, dad, sibling, whomever. There's something that you picked up from them that is in your subconscious mind somewhere that you mirror now. And the timeline, if you're on a spiritual path, the new timeline that you're trying to create is still a little squiggly, because you want, what you're saying you want to manifest is love, someone who's loving, peaceful, nurturing, giving, togetherness, communication. When you're saying those things, that you may still need to get rid of that shadow self then the timeline is squiggly and there's resistance. Do you see? Like, we create our own resistance, especially in the spiritual journey, man. If you're in the spiritual journey, what you say or what you feel, it's going to be love and light, right? Love and light. But if you don't do that childhood work, and this is what I found, if you don't get to the core of things that are those weeds in your subconscious mind and turn them into beautiful like roses or a crown on your head, you don't want fucking weed everywhere. You want fresh like flowers, so that crown on your head has roses on it, right? If you don't deal with that, then that squiggly road, like, you're not matching up with the energy of someone who's going to be nurturing, who's going to be caring, who's going to be loving, because of all the subconscious bullshit still. Anyways, we're 11 minutes in. Love you guys. And comment below if you have any other, like, how do you perceive love? Do you perceive it as a weakness, or are you like yearning, wanting, needing? What are you doing? Love you guys.